Hi, my name's Pete Rainford and you're watching Brew It Yourself UK. Today I'm going to show you how to make some rosé wine. We're going to need 3 litres of apple juice, some strawberries, some red grapes, some green grapes, 440 grams of sugar and some yeast. Okay, let's get started. First off, we're going to need some room. Okay, equipment, we're going to need a fermentation vessel. I've got a 5 litre wide mouth jar here with a lid that accommodates rubber bung and airlock. So I'm going to use that purely because when I do brews with fruits that I keep whole and don't blend, it's just easier to have a vessel that's got a wide mouth rather than a demijohn, which is your other option, and will still work fine, just makes it a little bit harder to get the fruit in this narrow neck here. So use a demijohn if you haven't got one of those. If you haven't got either, use a bucket or some sort of vessel that you can get 4.5 to 5 litres of fluid in. So first off, we're going to need to dehusk our strawberries. Make sure your chopping board, your knife, everything is sterilised. Your hands, the vessel, the fermentation vessel. I'm just going to dehusk these strawberries. Okay, now I've got a measuring jug and a potato masher here, so I'm just going to break these strawberries up. No need to really, beat them into a pulp. Just get them broken so that the yeast can get to work on the juices. Making a great mess here. Great mess. Lovely pulp. Just have a quick clear up. Okay, center stage. No, just there so you can see. So we get our 227 grams of strawberry into our fermenter, like so. And then we're going to need our grapes, of which I've got 500 grams of green grapes and 500 grams of red grapes. Now I should explain, these were frozen a few hours ago and I took them out of the fridge earlier to let them defrost a little bit before I come to make this video. And it just helps to break down the cell walls of the fruit. Obviously it makes them easier to use the masher on, just to break the skins, just to get the juices flowing, so to speak. So let's just untap the red ones. And the white ones. Green ones. Slightly over there. Green ones first. So just de-stem them into your bowl, or in my case plastic measuring jug that I'm using, and then we're just going to give these a quick mash. They used to call me the mash man, you know. You think I'm joking? Oh, they're cold. Okay, once again, just a quick mashing. This is hard work because they're still slightly frozen. God damn it! Okay, mashed up green grapes. Let's get them into our fermentation vessel too. And last but not least, our red grapes. Let's get these mashed too. These red grapes are going to give us some lovely tannin, which will add to the quality of our wine. It will give it that lovely mouthfeel that you get from a quality wine. Okay, let's give our red grapes a bit of a mash up. This really helps to get the juices flowing from these grapes into our brew. If we put them in whole, the skins wouldn't break down and we wouldn't get the flavour into our lovely wine that we're making. Okay, let's get these in as well. Move the masher out the way, we don't need that now. More central stage. Red grapes. The aromas here, by the way, are beautiful. Okay, that's our red grapes in. Just to recap, 227 grams of strawberries, 500 grams of green grapes and 500 grams of red grapes. Now I've pre-weighed 440 grams of sugar previously, and we've got 3 litres of apple juice and some yeast going in. So I'm going to begin pouring in our apple juice. Now when you buy your apple juice, make sure it doesn't have any nasty ingredients such as sulfites, sulfates, anything that additives. This particular apple juice is apple juice from concentrate with added vitamin C. Now vitamin C will just be a bit of absorbic acid in these, so that's fine. And we're just going to pour our apple juice straight in. Now after that first litre I've just poured in, I'm just going to put the lid on. If you're using a jar like this, do the same. If you're using a demi-john, just put your rubber bung in and put your hand over it. And then I'm going to give it a shake, just to get everything mixed in nicely. It also helps to oxygenate the apple juice so that the yeast have plenty of oxygen to work with. That smells so good. Okay, another litre of apple juice. These cartons of apple juice, by the way, are around £1 from my local ASDA shop down the road. So it's £3 worth of apple juice and roughly around £3 worth of fruit and sugar and yeast and that we're going to add. So around £6, and you will get 6 bottles of wine for this, so £1 a bottle. Okay, last one. Now we add our 440 grams of sugar. And now we've got to give that a good stir because it's all collected in the bottom there. Make sure all your equipment is sanitised. I can't stress that enough. Okay, now there's a couple of things I'm going to add that are purely optional. If you don't have these, you don't need to add them. The first thing I'm going to add is a 1/4 teaspoon of wine tannin. Now, as I said earlier, this will give the wine that lovely mouthfeel, that more quality wine sort of tasty, lush, silky mouthfeel that you get from a good wine. If you don't have this, skip this step. Or a cheap way of doing this is to make a cup of tea and add it to the mix. That will give you a very similar effect as what this adds to our brew. Okay, so just 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, I'm also going to add a teaspoon of pectolase, and what that does is it helps to make a fruity brew clear quicker. One. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Again, you can skip this step if you don't have it. Okay, now I'm going to give it a good stir. And last but not least, we pitch the yeast. I'm using a specific yeast here, it's Lalvin EC1118. And this is specifically champagne yeast, so you get a nice crisp ferment, and it will ferment to quite high alcohol if you have the right sugar amount, go up to 18%. We're aiming for 11 or 12% here. And like I say, I've got half a sachet here, which is more than enough. And I'm just going to pitch it straight on top. And now we give it a good stir, but a gentle stir this time. Be kind to the yeast. And now, if you're brewing in one of these, add a lid and an airlock with some sterilising fluid in and a rubber bunk. And there we go. We need to let this ferment now for at least 5 to 7 days, or until it stops bubbling, and then we need to rack it off here into a clean demijohn or another fermentation vessel like this, primarily to get it off the fruit so that it doesn't impart more colour and any problems that arises with having fruit in your brew. It needs to be kept in a warm place. I have a heating mat that I keep between 18 and 22 degrees for ferments. Just like this one. If you don't have that, you can put it in a warm cupboard in the house, in the bottom of a wardrobe, somewhere where it's dark and warm. Yeast don't like sunlight, direct sunlight. And roughly in about a week's time, we'll come back to this and we'll have a look at it. Okay, see you soon. I forgot to take a reading. I do that every time. Okay. I'd really like to know how strong this turns out, so let's take a quick reading. Don't forget to sanitize your gear. Oh, it smells so good. colour's already coming along, look. Okay. Whoa. That is one sugary brew. Okay. Okay, so we've got an opening gravity reading here of 1.088, which is going to make a good strength wine. Okay, we'll get another reading when the brew is done, when it's finished fermenting. For now, let's pour this back. Okay, lid back on. Back to fermentation. I'm going to get our strawberry wine racked off into a clean demijohn. For two reasons. One, I want it off that fruit. And the other one is, I need this fermenter for another video. Okay. Okay guys, our strawberry and grape wine, I've just took a reading and it is at 1.000, so it's finished fermenting. Now I want this to clear, so I'm going to add some bentonite. Now bentonite, if you don't know, is almost like it's like clay, which you add to some of your wine or cider, whatever it is you're using, and then you mix it in, and then you mix it into your brew, and overnight, most times, it will clear it. And this has got a lovely pinky orange colour, very strawberry wine-esque. I want to get this cleared so that we get that lovely pinky rosé. Bentonite powder. Now I've got a little 500ml bottle here because it's a lot easier to put this and some of your brew into a bottle, put the top on and shake it, because it's quite thick and it's not easy to mix. So the instructions say, is it 50ml? Where is it? Yeah, directions: dissolve 1 level teaspoon in 50ml of wine. Mix vigorously, leave for 1 to 2 hours, stir or shake vigorously again before adding to your wine and stir in gently. 1/3 teaspoon. Oh! 3 of these. Crack it. 1, 2, and 3. And then 50ml is roughly 2 to 3 of these, so we'll put 3 in. Doesn't have to be exact. Let's talk. You can see it's almost got like a muddy sort of look to it. Okay, that's well mixed in. See how easy it is once you get it into a vessel like this, so you can shake it up. Because trust me, stirring that up in the cold liquid, it takes forever and you just get big clumps of it. It doesn't stir in very well. So if you add it to a bottle like that, give it a good shake, it dissolves it all. Okay, so we need to leave this for an hour. See you in a bit. Okay, it's been about an hour now. We've got our bentonite mix here, which I'm just going to give another little swirl. It's looking good. And then we're going to pour it in. Ah. And then we're going to give it a good stir for 10 or 15 seconds. And that's how we use bentonite. It's essentially a fining, you know, it's a, oh, there's another word for it, like an emulsifier, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Down in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, basically it, the clay-like particles sort of clump together and drag all the suspended particles in our wine down to the bottom, and then you get a clear liquid. Okay. So now we leave that overnight, or, you know, up to 24 hours if it's not completely clear by then. Another 24 hours, 40 hours, whatever the case may be. And then we'll have a little look at it and probably a little taste. Okay, can't wait. See you in a couple of days, guys. Okay guys, it's time to rack off our beautiful strawberry wine. Look at that! And do you like my new sign? Technically my wife bought me that a couple of years ago for another project, and now I'm using it in here, so very happy. So shit. Right, let's get this bottled so we can taste it, because it looks beautiful, it smells beautiful. I hope it tastes beautiful. I can't wait to taste this. Look at it. Okay, 5 bottles guys. Let's have a quick clean up and then we'll have a taste. Okay guys, strawberry wine. I'm really looking forward to tasting this. It smells divine, it looks beautiful, and it's had about 3 to 4 weeks now already. So this has had a little bit of aging already, and I just know it's going to taste really good. So let's get, no, come on, I'll leave them there. It's like my new, eh? Okay, let's pour us a glass, eh? Okay, I've poured a generous glass here because I know I'm going to endure this. Okay, starters, it's beautiful. It looks beautiful. It's got that lovely amber pink colour, and it's crystal clear. Look at this. Okay. Yeah, there's a hint of strawberry there. So subtle. What else am I getting? Almost like peaches? Peaches, apricots maybe? It's a lovely smell. Okay, I'm going in, guys. Don't be surprised if all this goes while we're chatting about this. Oh, oh yes. Oh yes, this is going to be brilliant later with the curry I'm having. Oh yes, that's a result. That is a result. A good result, obviously. A little bit more. That's very good. That's very good. That's such a light, such an easy on the senses wine. My wife's going to love this. She's going to love it. Okay. Strawberries. There's just a slight hint there. But that's all you need. If it tasted completely of strawberries, then you'd be drinking strawberry juice, not a strawberry wine. They're supposed to be subtle, these tastes. Maybe slightly citrusy. Yeah, there's almost like a little orange taste there. Very, very subtle again. So citrusy, strawberry, any floral notes? Yeah, wildflower sort of. A wildflower smell. Not on the taste, obviously. On the taste, I'd say quite citrusy, zingy. Definitely the strawberries there. We put some grapes in this as well, didn't we? Wow, this isn't even a month old, and that's already very, very good. This is another one to try, guys. This is another great success. It looks, smells and tastes like a commercial wine, like something you would buy in the shops, only better. I'm guilty, as is my wife, of buying cheap wine in the shops, and you shouldn't. If you could afford a £10 bottle of wine, do it. The difference between a £10 bottle of wine and a £5 bottle of wine, in my opinion, is phenomenal. And the reasons for that, we won't go into any great detail. The obvious one is you're buying quality. Instead of paying £5, £10 is more, so you expect more quality. And that really is how it works. £6 or £7, you're not, you need to get up to that £10 mark. There and abouts. This is just my opinion. but it is a popular opinion as well. I've only ever bought one £10 wine, 10 or £11 locally, and not enjoyed it. In fact, neither did Emma. But that's the only one, and I won't name it because that's naming and shaming. We won't be doing that on this show. But yeah, this is up there. I have no problem putting this next to a £10 wine. No problem at all. And I would let my friends and family drink this unashamedly, and they would love it. I'm convinced. Were my dad still with us, I know he'd love it. He loved rosés. He'd love this. I need to stop recording now. Joking apart, that's a lovely brew. The finished quality is excellent, it really is. I mean, look, crystal clear. You'll have to take my word for it unless you make it yourself, that it smells heavenly and it tastes fine as well. It really does. Well, I think the proof's in the pudding. See, now I've drank that and I can't say cheers when I close the video out. That means I'm going to have to pour a little bit more. See what you do to me? Final thoughts, guys. Yes, make this. This is lovely. I'll be making it again. Even though I can't find my notes, I know from the video that you are now watching what I did. What I put in it, and yes, this is one that I'll be making again. It's very, very good. Guys, if you've liked this video, as usual, please like and subscribe. There'll be some more videos coming just this side of Christmas. Probably a dozen, knowing me. I video a lot. Cheers.